Shit, brother, we're doing it.
Yeah, buddy, we're doing it.
What's up, Nick?
How are you, pal?
Dude, I can't complain, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me down here this
Fuck
week.
yeah, man. I'm excited.
I
We
mean,
were able to. This is what, twice in, what, 6 months, I
the
think?
last six,
Yeah,
like
right?
5 months,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
I
feel like
was
it's
just
been sort
down
of,
here,
man.
bro. I mean, dude, you guys have a fucking awesome scene down here.
It's ripping.
We're sitting in front of one of the most well-known clubs in this area right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's the longest running comedy club in Virginia. Kazi's in Newport News. I just filmed my special here
Yeah.
like what, almost a month ago. So,
Yeah. When does that come out for people listening?
So they're starting editing on Monday. And it should be within like the next month at most. It'll be up and rolling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
dude.
I know the title and everything, but do you want to just tell people about the
Yeah.
idea of that, how that came about, and kind of how that plays into your act as far as
So
the special?
it's called Earn My Love, and I did it like it Earn spelled URN, 'cause
Yeah.
my dad's dead, and I had him cremated. So that's like the whole thing is like I have jokes about it and everything. Uh, yeah, I mean like for the last handful of years I've been doing jokes about my dad being dead.
Yeah.
So like so backstory is like we shot the same, not the same special, but we basically like did the special. Like a buddy of mine who was doing comedy at the time, he doesn't do it much anymore, owns a production company, and like we had talked, and he was like, "Let me know when you're ready to film a special." And I was like, "All right, cool." And we started rapping about it, and then maybe 6 months later, fast forward, I got a sold out show here on a Sunday, and we did it, filmed it. But the issue was, it was tight shot, wide shot, and then a gimbal, and then the gimbal died 2/3 of the way through. So then it was just tight shot, wide shot for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't roll with that. I
Yeah.
want to redo it. I want it to be legit. Uh, so then fast forward, legit, like a year later, that's what we just did. So it's
Are you glad you waited? Do you think the
Yes.
jokes have gotten
Yes.
much stronger in the
Yeah.
last year? You were a better writer than you were a year ago, obviously.
1,000%. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of jokes that I did this go round that would have not been in it at all, that I'm glad are in it.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of other stuff, like a bunch of shit that I've been doing lately that's been like smashing, just hitting super hard. So I'm like, I'm a big like everything happens for a reason kind of dude. Where I'm
Absolutely.
like, yeah, it just wasn't meant to go out when it was meant to go out. But yeah, man, I'm excited for it. I think
I love
it
that,
came
man.
together super well. We shot both nights. Both shows were sold out, which was cool. And the crowds were banging.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
You
It was
can't ask
nice.
for much more than that, man. It's
Oh,
like,
dude, it was great, man. It was like dope to be able to say like I did both, not just one, but both shows. Cause like going into it, like Friday, I'm like Friday's got like 40 tickets. The week beforehand, I'm like, I should have just done one show on a Sunday and just been like, if I need to redo a joke, I'll just redo the joke, whatever, and then punch it in.
yeah,
We'll cut it together and make it look fine.
yeah.
But
Control the situation, damage control, if you will.
it ended up just being a thing where like I was just stressing out excessively, just being neurotic, and then come time to do the show, it was like, yeah, they were both bangers.
Well, that's probably the best, right? I mean, obviously that doesn't lend itself to everything, but as far as this creativity with the filming of it and the naming, everything has to come together perfectly. So it's like being neurotic and being like over obsessed with this, probably a good thing. Probably lend itself to putting
Oh,
you
yeah.
in the right place that weekend when it finally came the time. I love the idea that you also are using, because everybody can write jokes in this business, but it's amazing to me when people use stuff that is their trauma and
Yeah.
stuff that comes from the heart, and you're able to talk about it on stage. That's an incredible gift that not everybody has. So that just knowing that about the special makes me even more excited to find out more about, find out more about your story and how all this happened. You know what I mean? Like when did you said you're about 7 years
Yeah,
in?
it'll be 7.5 in like a week.
What's the story? Why'd you start stand up? How's this happening?
So I kind of like always grew up around comedy. Like it was a thing that like I remember being like younger. So I have like an 11-year-old stepson, right? So my kid's 11, um, and like when I was his age or younger, I remember being like in elementary school, and at our house, like we had all the Def Comedy Jam VHS tapes and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember growing up on like Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, like literally all these dudes that I'm listening to, comics that are like 30 plus years old, all these grown men just saying wild shit.
Yeah.
And like that was just what I would hear.
I will say that I love Martin Lawrence so much, and I'm glad that you referenced him because he's one of those guys that for his time, literally one of the best to ever do it, especially for that time. But he doesn't like get named all the time when you drop like who's the best ever, who's your favorite. He doesn't get named, but he's absolutely one of the best.
I think it's also like crazy now because like it's been so long since he's done stand up that people forget. I think there's like a whole generation.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole generation of people that just don't recognize him as Martin Lawrence, the stand up, as opposed to Martin Lawrence, the actor.
It's easy to forget, dude, with like the way the news feed and the timelines work. It's like there's so much stuff out there and there's much more good stuff now. Yeah. Not saying that there's not a lot of good stuff out there, but there's so much, it's hard to sift through it. And it's like you like a handful of people and then you just stay in that lane. That's how most people are. They can just listen to Joe Gatto their whole life and never watch any other stand up and be happy with that.
Name drop too.
I mean, dude, what a guy, You
want to get into it?
I don't know.
I don't want to blast him on this.
I don't want to blast him either, but I'm just saying, like,
is he going to see this? Does he know you?
No, I don't know Joe.
Okay.
But I love the Impractical Jokers.
Dude.
I grew up loving the Impractical Jokers.
Same.
I think it's terrible that they're getting smeared. But also,
right.
Also at the same time, if they did something bad, I mean, I guess they got to get fucking doxxed. Who?
Can I speak my truth?
Please, brother. I would like to know because, yeah, please. Tell me much more about this. This is exciting. I'm very excited.
Okay. So, I got booked to open for him.
Okay.
In Richmond. So I did Richmond Funny Bone with Joe, like maybe like year and a half, almost 2 years ago, or whatever. Right. I hosted. It was the easiest weekend I've ever done. I got hit up like the day before or 2 days before the shows were happening, and the manager is like, "Hey, dude, you want to come host for Joe Gatto?" And immediately I was like, I fucking love Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's do it.
It's one of the best shows ever.
So I go up, I meet this dude, Jiggy, who is that's the feature. He's a comic from New York. Like my homies know him, whatever. But he's like a regular on the show. Like he is a regular on the show. He opens for the Impractical Jokers tour and shit, whatever. Like
cruise ships, all that. He's with them
in the Jokerverse.
Okay.
Right? So I go up, I do my time, and then I bring him on, and then that's it. I don't have to do anything else. He brings up Joe, that's it. So I literally did 40 minutes of work the whole weekend, and that was it. And then I did nothing else. I hung out, right? Saturday, early show. Okay, this is also a fun side note. Friday, Murr shows up, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Murr's here. He lives nearby. I'm not going to say.
He's in Virginia, though.
He's in Virginia.
I know that, yeah.
Which I think is that's like public knowledge.
Yes.
So it's not like I'm like hitting y'all with some like hot beef. But he was there Friday. And in between shows, they were in the green room, and I popped in the green room after my set on like the Late Show, and I was like in there. I go, oh man, that was a fun crowd. Like they're hot. Like that's a good crowd. And I like sat down in the chair across from the couch in the green room, and Joe just looks at me and he goes, hey, would you mind giving us a second? We haven't gotten a chance to see each other or catch up it's been a minute. Like it was right after he left the show.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh dude, I'm so sorry, man. My bad. Whatever. No big deal. And I scurried out of the green room, right? The next week, Murr's mom died. And I was like, oh fuck, dude. He was probably telling him his mom's gonna die. God. And I just showed up to this is a fucking hot crowd.
I thought this story was going somewhere else altogether. That is so sad and so funny at the same time.
I showed up.
Thank you, Photobomb.
That's Roz. Roz is headlining here this weekend.
Shout out to Roz. Hey, shout out to Roz. That's awesome.
She fucking rules. Roz McCoy. She's
McCoy. That's sweet.
She fell off stage, and it's on America's Funniest Videos.
Holy shit!
You can find her like falling off a big ass stage.
Dude,
hella viral.
Did you ever see that lady that was talking about how she got all the vax, and then the next thing you know, she's literally like seizes out on stage?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! Yeah, what a moment from God. To be like, hey, I hear you.
Yeah. I'm not saying it gives children autism, but it gives grown-ups the shakes.
Yeah, but I might fuck you up right here in a second. You keep speaking my name on the stage.
Michaela J. Fox.
Yeah, dude.
But Okay, so that was the Friday shit.
Okay.
Like literally, like it was maybe Monday, Tuesday. It was like within days.
Oh shit! Some guy just got shot, dude. Virginia
was-
Beach is getting bad.
It was within days of doing the shows. I get on fucking Instagram and Murr's mom died, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, dude, that's on me. All right. I was
Oh
like, I totally
man,
fucking
that's
was, like,
tough.
mood crusher.
You knew he already knew because
Yeah.
someone else told him that Mur was coming and that it happened, or she was close,
dude.
and Mur was in a weird place, probably going to talk to his friend and get consoled.
So all right. So that's
oh god,
that's just a sidebar. Okay?
Yes.
That's a hey funny thing that happened Friday.
and that's not even a weird thing to happen,
No.
especially for high profile people. We're comedians. We know that we eat shit and we do what we're told, and we respect our elders. So it's nothing to kick you out of the room.
Right. Yeah.
So
vampire rules.
Vampire
You only go in
rules.
if you're invited.
That's
That's
100%
like the best
right.
advice I can give new comics is like don't be in or around the green room unless someone goes, hey man, you can enter.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, dude, it's a fucking it's
off.
a string of garlic and
It's
you
off
can't go
limits.
through it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Saturday, right? It was I think obviously there was two shows, so it was either early show or late show. But at one point, the way the Funny Bone is in Richmond, there's like a ramp up towards the stage, right? Like where the green room is, there's a ramp. And I'm like standing in the fucking hallway by where the ramp is. And my wife is standing next to the wall. She's just leaning up against the wall. Joe comes out of the green room, has no idea who she is at all. Doesn't know it's my wife. Had no idea who she was. Grabs her by the shoulder, leans in, and kisses her on the cheek.
Just a random
Just
woman.
fucking some chick he had no idea who it was. He just
Oh my
fucking
God.
kissed my wife.
Oh my
And then
god.
goes, all right, let's do it. And then walked to the stage. And my wife just looked at me and goes, what the fuck was that?
Was he rolling craps? He was like, "Kiss your wife for good luck." He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like, "Come on, I'm gonna need a little smooch before I go up." He needed just a little affection, dude.
I'd hate to see what would happen if he was feeling anxious. He's like, oh, you're going to fucking blow me.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to bomb if you don't.
Hey, lady, you just peeks his head out. Anybody out here?
He's just out there getting his dick sucked, screaming Larry.
Larry! God, dude. Hey, that's what, black guys were mad when Diddy got popped. So it's like, why can't we defend our pedo heroes?
White middle America is like, what about Joe Gatto?
Yeah, what about Joe?
So
I think a lot of people don't even care. I think it's more so, people that are in the know are scoffing at this, but I don't think as many people care as like they made it seem in the
Not
beginning.
at all. I don't
If you
think
look on Reddit, and a lot of their views aren't going down
Not at
on
all.
True TV, so
But also, it's like
They're
I
doing
think
fine.
He got in trouble, and then not long after, I think recently there was like people said a couple things about Murr.
Murr.
Yeah,
Grooming allegations is what I've heard from Murr. Which I think with the Joe thing, I'm not gonna defend Joe. Love Joe.
I saw him kiss my wife.
I think he's probably right. But I will say this: once you get to a certain level of money and power, problems come with that. And dude, inviting chicks back to your hotel is gonna fucking create problems for you.
Yeah, bro.
That's
You should offer to take them to church
yes,
instead.
Exactly.
No
Or
one's
a
gonna
dentist.
Think, no one's gonna think you have nefarious deeds in mind.
Yeah.
in church,
Dude, I
except
will.
for if you're supposed to be there.
I mean, we're talking about it. I don't. The Joe Gatto thing was an obscure reference. I don't even know how we got here. But I will say this. So I know a female comic friend that worked with Joe, and he flew her out, got her a hotel, had a great show. She said no vibes at all. Very nice guy. Then at the end of the night, they both went to the hotel in the same Uber. He happened to have a room directly across from her room. She said, once again, he never had made an advance, anything like that. But she said that as she was closing her door, he was closing his, and he was giving her like a weird look. And I was like, well, that's one thing to say you got a weird look from a silly guy. And it's one thing to him to be like, hey, do you want to come to my room? Or does he just reach out and grab people when he wants to?
I saw it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's a slippery slope.
Reach out and touch faith.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
The craziest part was like watching her.
You're
face,
firsthand.
She didn't even watch the show. She's like, "Who the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
The headliner. She goes, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, that's insane.
So I watched that happen. Right, that was during the show, and then he goes on stage, and I'm like, okay, end of the night, last show of the weekend. I posted on Facebook. I post all over socials. I was doing the shows, right? My family hits me up. They're like, "That's so cool, man. We love the show." Blah 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 blah. My cousin hits me up, and he goes, "Hey, man, that show helped me get clean. That show helped me quit doing heroin.
Yeah.
I watched that show when I was rehabbing, getting clean, and he goes, "Could you ask Joe for an autograph?" And I was like, "Fuck, I've never asked a headliner for an autograph at all, ever." And I'm like, for my family, my cousin, I was like, dude, my cousin's a good dude. I was like, fuck yeah, man, I'll do it.
Let's go.
So at the end of the night, I go, "Hey Joe, can I ask a favor?" And he goes, "What's up?" And I was like, "Hey man, it's kind of a weird story, but like my cousin hit me up. I told him I was doing the weekend. Whatever. He told me that you helped him beat heroin. Can I get an autograph from my cousin?" He goes, "Yeah, what's his name?" So he signs a thing, and it was like, "Good luck, wish you the best. Everyone loves you. Keep fighting," or some silly shit. And then I put it in an envelope, mailed it to my cousin, and then fast forward, I'm like, you might want to throw that thing out, dude.
Don't hang that on the fridge anytime soon, buddy.
Down,
You gotta take that down.
What if that made him relapse?
Oh yeah, dude! Holy shit!
Dude,
My whole life is a lie.
Kevin Spacey's out here blowing dudes on set,
Yeah.
and you're like, no.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: nobody's throwing the R. Kelly records away. I don't know if they're still streaming, but Alex Jones is not on YouTube anymore. But hey, you can still listen to R. Kelly. I can believe I can fly.
Look at fucking Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
They used that fucking pedo song in fucking The Joker.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that guy,
Yeah.
That guy's a pedophile.
Damn, dude. Also, Roman Polanski,
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby. Like it's like you can keep going back and back and back. And this is
Woody Allen.
This was a normal
Elvis.
thing for guys in at the top echelon of Hollywood.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
They've been doing it. They just keep trading them in.
Yeah.
They just keep trading them in. Every year they get more millions and they get,
That's some wild shit though. But yeah, that was my experience with Joe.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty nuts.
What an interesting weekend.
Yeah, dude.
Still good credit. You still put that on the resume.
I got to say I opened for 2 of the Impractical Jokers because Murr did a spot on the Friday show.
That's sick,
like,
dude.
He just goes up, and then at one point at the end of the show, so that's what it was. So at the end of the show, Joe brought him on stage as like a special guest, and they were on stage together for like 15, 20 minutes. Murr was like sitting in the crowd in the back by where he was like sitting one table over from me. So he's literally like where you are, and he's like sitting in the back, just quiet, not saying anything. He's quiet. And I could see people like looking around the room, and they see him, and they're like doing this shit. And people at the tables start like,
yeah.
And he's like shushing people. And then Joe called him on stage, and they fucking went nuts.
Oh my
I was
God,
like, holy
dude.
shit, that was crazy.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They are iconic, bro. Like
Yeah.
for the last 10, 15 years, whatever,
It's
20
been a
years.
good run.
They had a
10,
great
15
run.
years.
It's like, hey, boys, maybe it's time to take your iron out the fire, right?
Yeah.
You could also see in the last couple of years, like Sal transitioned into the podcasting and the stand-up. Q has a podcast. So you could see that they were sort
It's
of...
called, Q Anon, right?
I'm not sure. Is it? That's funny.
That's what I heard.
God, I hope
Yeah.
it is because that's good marketing.
That'd be great.
That's very clever.
How crazy would that be? That was like,
Dude,
just a funny little sillies.
here's the thing. Let's just remake the Impractical Jokers and call it something else. Bring it back. Dude, I used to do this thing when I was a kid. Me and my buddies were talking about it the other day, like some childhood friends, and I was hanging with them, and they were like, dude, if we would have had a YouTube camera, like we would have been viral, but that wasn't it at the time, right? There was none of that, bro. But we used to do this great prank where I could say this now. We used to do this prank where we would go and see someone that had like really nice lawn furniture and like garden ornaments and things like that. And then in the middle of the night while everyone's sleeping, we take that out and we put it in your neighbor's yard across the street,
Good.
set it up all nice like, or every now and then we put it in someone's pickup truck a couple houses down.
Nice.
And you just, you know what I mean? You just move it. But dude, with all the ring cams and stuff now, there's no way we could ever get away with something like that.
That's like the crazy part.
As a man, I wouldn't do that anyway, but you know,
Fuck that. I
as
used
a
to
kid,
like,
dude.
We used to do like nickel tap.
What's that?
You fucking take like a coin and put it on people's window. You fucking
Oh shit.
do that shit outside of people's windows and stuff.
Dude, I didn't know about nickel tap.
Yeah, we would do that. A lot of ding dong ditch and shit like that. I remember there was
They call it something else where I'm from. I'm just saying. You said, dude, you're the one talking about change and denominations over here. It's like you're getting a little too close. Let's relax. All right.
Control the weather.
It's a good transition. I just wanted to make it awkward for a
Yeah,
second.
dude. But so we would do a lot. We did a lot of that. I remember like there was a period of time where my friends and we all took turns of lighting firecrackers off in each other's yards.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
it was like summer after like half of us graduated, and it's like us, we're like 16, 17-year-old kids just ripping around town, like causing mayhem.
Yeah.
We did like this crazy scavenger hunt where one of the things was like you had to like we go on the thing and we're like, it says red gumball. Like you had to get all this stuff, complete the scavenger hunt. We're taking like Polaroid pictures through town doing crazy shit. One of the things like climb on a billboard. We're doing this like just
Holy
wild
shit,
at,
bro.
like 16, 17, right?
That's
Out
great.
Curfew.
Like The Amazing Race, but just
Bro.
for white trash kids.
Yeah, so it's like take a picture in a shopping cart, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like
Take a picture with your dad doing meth.
crazy shit, dude. Yeah.
Take a picture of your grandpa's meth lab. We know
Half
it's
of
back
us were
there.
Like, who's got a dad? They're gonna win.
Who's got a dad?
Let's use Kevin's dad.
Can we use our uncle?
Yeah, well.
You're like, dude, what's
That's what
the?
Mom calls him.
How
Uncle
strict
Jerry.
are you on the rules?
Uncle Jerry spends all the time here. He never wears clothes.
Uncle Jerry's here a little too often, if you ask me.
Dude. But one of the things I'll never forget. One of the things on the list said red gumball, and somebody on our team was like, "What the fuck is a red gumball? That can't be right. It can't be a red gumball. How the fuck? What is a red gumball?" So my buddy goes, "It's got to be red dumbbell." So we went to Walmart and stole like a woman's like a red dumbbell,
Like a 3-pound weight.
Yeah, like a 5-pound
Something
weight.
small enough to get in your
We just
pants.
Put it in the book bag.
In the bag, yeah.
Boosted it.
Yeah.
We get to the fucking scavenger, like we meet up at a fucking Sheets, right? We're like,
Oh
everyone meet at
yeah,
the Sheets-
baby.
meet at the
Let's
Sheets.
go, baby.
Meet at
Lead
the
at the
Sheets,
sheets, dude.
That's where we met to start it.
That's a
where we
t-shirt right
met.
there.
Meet at the Sheets.
Meet at the sheets.
So we fucking meet back up there, and my buddy's like, "Yeah, bro, we won. We did this, and we got the red dumbbell." And they're like, "What?" Everybody's like, "It's red gumball," and he's like, "No, it says red dumbbell," and they're like, "No, it says red gumball."
Yeah.
He's like, "How the fuck am I gonna get a red gumball?" So we lost on technicality because my friend's a fucking idiot.
Fuck,
and couldn't read it.
dude.
So I watched my friend unzip this book bag and fucking chuck a 5-pound dumbbell across a parking lot. And dude, I thought for sure it was gonna smash out somebody's windshield. He just chucked without even he goes, "Man, fuck this!" He just threw it as hard as he could.
Oh
Just
shit.
like just Heisman, just fucking chucked that bitch across.
You
the
ever
parking
broke
lot.
someone's window on accident?
No.
Well, one
broke
time I
this
was driving around. I was a teenager. I was with my buddy Joe, and we're day drinking Budweisers in his fucking car. And we come around a corner, and I see an El Camino, and I was like, "Hey, this beer bottle's empty. I'm gonna toss it in the back of this El Camino, get it out of the car. We don't want to throw it on the street.
Sure, yeah.
Trying to be safe,
Light.
dude. Well, we're coming around the corner a little too quick, and I toss it, bro, and it shatters this guy's back window. And fucking dude, it was like I got caught red-handed because their screen door was open, and the guy happened to just be at his door as we're driving by, and I smash his window. But we get into a chase with this guy and ended up getting away. And my buddy and we park at his grandma's across town and then have his mom come back and get us. Because, dude, it was literally like 5 blocks from their house. Like, he would have totally recognized, had we pulled into his
It
driveway.
makes me think of that Norman story. The fucking this not happening shit. Where
Yeah.
they're fucking smashing off the side mirrors. But that's like the thing.
It was
like,
very similar to that, yes.
Dude, middle America white kids, like, dude, our age, like, growing up on Jackass and shit like that, everybody in that age group, I feel like there was a strong period of time where we were just doing fucking reckless ass, like, silly shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember one time I went to sleep.
Not even for clout either, just
Bro,
for the boys.
Just for gigs. Just
the
for-
boys.
just for gigs with the homies.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, like, my fucking friends did that shit so much at my house. My house was always the one that everybody fucked with because they knew my mom was a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh,
And
shit.
they knew that she would get pissed for the bullshit. She
Yeah.
wasn't for the bullshit. I remember one time there was like red velvet movie theater ropes at the front door to my house. So when we went to leave, it was just red velvet ropes blocking my door. And my mom was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I don't know." One time they took forks, like white plastic forks, and forked my entire front yard.
Oh, dude, that's great.
They would just
They
go-
forked you up, dog?
No, I got, let's get forked up. But I remember one time they like went to, it sounds bad out loud, but we would like boost shit that like people would leave outside of Goodwill
Yeah.
because they donate, like people donate shit overnight and it just sits there till morning. So the homies would like wait and fucking like scavenge through. I woke up one morning and I fucking kid you not, there was like 200 Hannah Montana posters in my front
Oh,
yard.
yeah, let's go. Like on the trees and everything. They just threw them in the
All
yard.
over the yard.
That's
And they
great.
were like stuck. They like took, I don't like those like shish kebab. Like,
Oh, the sticks. Yeah,
they, like,
skewers.
skewered
Into the
into
lawn.
the yard. So none of them blew away. There's just 200 Hannah Montana heads in my grass.
Dog, that's diabolical.
there was like a big stuffed Patrick from SpongeBob one time that they slit his throat and
The stuffing.
dumped all the stuffing out in the yard.
Oh yeah.
And I had to like, I'm mowing the grass like 2 months later and just still hitting styrofoam beads in the yard.
Oh my god, that's a
My mom
nightmare.
was furious.
Dude, my mom was like one of those ladies that would let our friend. She would prefer us being at her house drinking and smoking weed versus being out driving or having like being at other friend's house and having to call her and shit.
Nah.
So my boys, we would all like drink in my basement when we were younger, right? And so we would get shitty even as teenagers. We'd be 3 sheets. And one time, my brother, bro, he got us. He was, the classic prank, like draw dicks on people's face, right? So, bro, what my brother does is he draws dicks and like fuck you and all this, whatever most obscene thing you can think of.
It's just the N word.
All the, yes, literally,
better not
and
fall
and
asleep,
this and this and the,
hard R on
you know
your
what I'm saying? Yeah, shit like that on people's faces, drawing on their fingers, shit you don't notice, and then draws a dick on his own face, and then goes up because his room was in the basement, and that's where all the boys would party, and they would all sleep on the couch in the living room on the other side. So he comes upstairs where my room is because I'm the baby brother and I got the upstairs room, and leaves the marker on my bed, like next to me, and doesn't draw on me or anything, and then goes to sleep, bro. Until this day, this was 15 years ago in high school, all my friends think that I did it. Like no one will let it go. He fucking straight, dude. It's like he's gonna take that to his grave. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, bro, I did it.
He went deep with it, bro.
That's wild.
He went deep with it.
That is crazy to draw dicks on your own face.
Isn't that
and then
crazy?
Ditch
Thank
the
you.
marker.
Thank you.
Ditch the marker.
You seemed a little unenthused, and I was like, bro, you gotta understand the level
That is
of insanity this man went to.
That is absolutely.
Shout out to Bubba.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's top tier prime gaslighting.
I mean,
Why would I
brother.
draw dicks on my own head?
What a manipulator.
You woke up with the Sharpie.
And that's the same shit he pulled on me all of our childhood with my
That's
mom. You know?
fucking
But that was
gold.
like the ultimate prank
Dude,
with
way
the
to go.
boys.
That's beautiful.
Shout out to Bubba.
That's so funny.
Well, brother,
Fuck yeah.
Earn My Love.
Yeah. Earn My
Right here
Love.
at Kazi's
It'll,
Comedy Club.
Yeah, it'll be out soon.
YouTube,
It'll be
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it'll be on a
Tubi?
not to like. I don't want to jinx it, but as far as I know, it's
You're
supposed to be
shopping it
getting
around.
distributed.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah, so it'll be on a couple things.
I love that.
A couple spots.
I love
At the
that.
very least, it'll be Amazon. It'll be probably like Apple TV, whatever, if everything goes through properly. And then it'll end up on YouTube at some point, and then.
I love
it'll
that,
be
dude.
Bouncing around.
That's amazing. Also, I was going to say, once you get the rights back to it, if you do in a couple of years or whatever, is that something you're going to repost on YouTube, kind of like you see, bigger comics do it now? It's
I
like,
think that's
yeah, let's go on Netflix for 2 years, but I want the licensing to where eventually I can also post it and have this content for myself that you work so hard on, right?
Yeah, I think that's so. From what I'm understanding, is it'll get where it goes in some form or fashion, and then eventually it'll revert back to a thing that I could then possibly make money off of.
Yeah,
As of right now,
monetize it.
Yeah. So
But the
it's-
machine can push those numbers up for you and those subscribers to where when you get it back, it does make you money.
Yeah.
So this is a good move. I think this is not, a lot of people were like, you should make your own stuff, which is great. But at the end of the day, it's like, why not go with a company at a certain level in the business and have that sort of leg up in the business to get a lot of eyes on you might not have normally got. So
Yeah, it's also like a pretty good credit to have too in the grand scheme of things.
yeah,
I think, for what it's worth, I think Gillis and Norman and a lot of those guys that really popped hard and heavy on YouTube specials really kind of set the tone that like you could do whatever you want, and if the beats are there, people will follow the tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
they'll
so.
Pick up the song if you
Yeah.
put it out.
I love that, brother. It's been so fun talking to you, Nick. I appreciate you. Love you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hey, you guys make sure you watch his special. Follow Nick. He's the best. I love this guy. Virginia Beach is amazing. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Love you.